So we complete verse number 21. We'll go to verse number 22. Okay. Ajñänänmänasopädheh
Ajñänänmänasopädheh
kartrtvädini catmani
catmani catmani
Kalpyante'mbugate candre
Kalpyante'mbugate candre
calanadi yathämbhasah
calanadi yathämbhasah
Ajñänänmänasopädheh
Ajñänänmänasopädheh
kartrtvädini catmani
catmani catmani
Kalpyante'mbugate candre
Kalpyante'mbugate candre
calanadi yathämbhasah
calanadi yathämbhasah
Ajñänänmänasopädheh. Ajñänat means because of ignorance. Manasopädheh, that means the upadhis because of the mana. Kartrtvädini catmani, these upadhis of what? Kartrutva, etc. Kartrutva adini. I am the doer. This is the upadhi. Kartrtvädini catmani. Catmani means on the Atma. So Atmani also, and Atma, in the Atma. Kalpyante'mbugate candre. Kalpate means kalpana karte, right? Ambugate means in the ambu means water, and candre. I'll explain to you this. Calanadi yathämbhasah, as if it is moving. The moon is moving. So in this verse, the meaning is that we in the body we keep on doing actions. There are many types of actions we perform. But especially now we are coming to the mana and Vijnanamaya kosa. In the Vijnanamaya kosa, what we get? The doership and the enjoyership. I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. These are the attributes. These attributes of the body is understood to be the nature of Atma. It is nature of the body, my mind, my intellect. But because of adhyasa, because of superimposition, I think it is my, I am doing, I am enjoying. That is what is superimposed on Atma. And this is because of the ignorance only. Superimposition is because of ignorance only. Ignorance is ajnanat. And in the second line, he has given the example. Like, the example is like this. If there is a bucket of water, and the water reflects the moon on top, but if the water sinks, हिल जाता है, so you will think that the moon is also shaking, faltering. So Kalpyante'mbugate candre, that moon which is visible in the water as a reflection, calanadi yathämbhasah, like the water is shaking, same way the moon is as if it is trembling there, हिल जाता है, as if the moon is shaking. Actually the water is shaking. You are thinking the moon is shaking because the moon is being reflected in the water itself. Atmabodha means water. Atmabogate means that which is reflected in the water. Calanadi, chalan adi means disturbance hota hai, movement hota hai, trembling hota hai, all that is chalana. Here, that guna karma adhyasa of manomaya kosa and vijnanamaya kosa is superimposed on the Atma. Manasa upadhi of the manomaya kosa, such as kartrtva, bhoktrtva, etc. So what are these? What are the gunas of the mana? Likes, dislikes. I love this, I hate this, or like raga, dvesa, kama, krodha, moha, maya, all these are gunas of the mana only. It is not the intellect, it is of the mana only. It is not of the other indriyas, it is mana. Raga, dvesa, lobha, moha, these are all gunas of the mana. Sankalpa, vikalpa, also gunas of the mana. So this attributes of the raga, dvesa, etc. of the mana means it is from the manomaya kosa. Okay, manomaya kosa is having the guna, karma, etc. of raga, dvesa, etc. Whereas vijnanamaya kosa means is having the attributes of mainly kartrtva, bhoktrtva. It takes on itself. The moment something happens, I say, I have done this. And I have done this means it is taking the ownership of the action. And because he is the owner of the action, he is the doer of the action, so he is the enjoyer of the action also. Because by factually, the doer is the enjoyer of action. But in this here, I mean, in this Shloka, Shankaracharya has reversed it. He has said that mana upadhi is ajnana, kartrtva, etc. Mana upadhi is catmani. Actually, kartrtva, bhoktrtva is vijnanamaya kosas. So the example of atmabodha candre calanadi kalpyante. Moon is on top and the water bucket is down below. It can be a bucket of water, it can be a lake or a pond, wherever the moon is reflecting. So that reflection, in the reflection you see the moon. But if there is a movement of the water, the lake water also, pond water, river water, whatever it is. If there is a movement of the water, or there is shaking or trembling of the water, that water makes you feel as if the moon is shaking. So that movement of the water superimposed on moon due to what? The pratibimba, that reflection of the moon on the water. Same way, the gunas, the karmas, the movement of the anatma is superimposed on the atma because of atma pratibimba. So the connection, that is the pratibimba of the moon or the water. Here it is the pratibimba of the atma on the intellect. So whatever is happening on this sangata of the body mind, that is also reflecting on the atma itself. Because the atma is reflecting on the intellect, The reflection is called chidavasa, chit avasa. The chit, Atma's, the lakshana, the chit, the consciousness is reflecting on the intellect. That is the cause of confusion. Okay. So now let us see, and this is adhyasa. These are all adhyasa. But is not there, you see it is there. In Vivek Chudamani, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, atasmin tad buddhi. वो जो नहीं है उसको बोलते हैं. Is adhyasa, how many types of adhyasa is there? Main adhyasa is what you know. First, the first adhyasa is that the Jagat Srishti hua hai, the Prapancha Srishti hua. The world is created. But whereas the world is not created, as you know, we have already discussed many times, creation of the world is because of the Viksheva Shakti of Maya. That is the main original ignorance. Viksheva Shakti of Maya, because of that, the whole world is created. Even the world is not, the world is mithya. And don't brush it aside, whether mithya or not, it is mithya. It is there, but it is only appearing. Second adhyasa is that this body is also created. And that body is that I say I am the real body, I am the body, that adhyasa is because of the avarana shakti of the Maya. It is covering up the Atma, and I am identifying myself with the body. That is the avarana shakti. So that two adhyasas I told you. The original prathamika adhyasa, then ditya adhyasa. Then there is satta adhyasa. The third one is satta adhyasa. That means superimposition of the existence. Now, when you are saying the world is not there, then how can a thing exist also? Or a person exist? So this is also an adhyasa. Jnana adhyasa means superimposition of cognition, knowing. And the knowing part is coming from what? Chit only, consciousness. How you can know? The body cannot know it. I'm saying I know it. I mean, if you are identifying with the mental Atma is okay, but if you identify with the body, you cannot know it because you are not the consciousness. Then there is something called Sovana Asovana Adhyasa. Sovana Asovana Adhyasa means what? Joy and sorrow, likes and dislikes. These are all superimposed. Superimposed because of my ignorance. It is like the superimposition of the snake on the rope. How? The rope is real. Agree? It's relative real. Not that all the time it is there. It's relative real. But the snake is superimposition. It is not there, but I am thinking it is there. It is appearing to be there. Why it is appearing to be there? Because of your ignorance. What is that ignorance? Because in the twilight hours, there is little darkness or little light. So you are confusing whether there is a rope or a snake. If a time, if you know fully well that this is not, this is the rope, then that adhyasa will not be there. Or if you know fully well snake, then adhyasa will not be there. It is because of half knowledge. Half knowledge is ajñāna. So non-existence of snake will come only when you have the full knowledge that this is the snake, there is no snake, there is only rope. That is not coming. Ignorance is coming because of the semi-darkness. So the joy and sorrow I get out of this is I become fearful. Bhay ho jata hai. I start sweating or I start running. All these things comes because I am fearful. This is creates joy or happiness. Something else you can think, So this is Sobhana or Sobhana Adhyasa. Next one is Dharma Adhyasa. Told you last sloka also I was telling you. Dharma Adhyasa means what? Qualities, gunas, attributes of a person. I am healthy, I am strong, I am sick. All these attributes of a person is that I am strong. Who is strong? The body is strong, not I. That attributes is conferred on the Atma. The locus of that attribute shifts from the body to the Atma. So this dharma is actually the one who takes the attributes, that becomes a dharmi adhyasa. Dharmi is जिसके पास वो धर्म है वो धर्मी, धर्मी अध्यास. A dharma adhyasa is the only the attributes or the qualities. Then I told you the anyonya adhyasa means mutual superimposition. What is mutual superimposition? I think many times I have told you the attributes of Atma are taken by the body. The attributes of body is taken by the Atma. This is how mutually they are superimposed. How? The Atma, the consciousness is the life force. So the body thinks, the body takes a life, isn't it? The body becomes lively because of the presence of the Atma or the consciousness. So it's a adhyasa. But the body is bikari, it's subject to modification. That Atma thinks that I am also bikari, I will also die, I have taken birth, I will die. So that is also adhyasa. So these are all, both mutually it is being done. So that's why it is called anyonya adhyasa. Anya means idhar se udhar, udhar se idhar. Anyonya adhyasa. Then comes this kartrtva bhartutva adhyasa. Kartrtva means जो करने वाला, भोक्तृत्व जो भोगने वाला, the doer and the enjoyer, that is also an adhyasa. The actions is taking place in the body, in the intellect, so but it is attributed to the Atma. So all these superimposition, because of superimposition, all these are taking place. So this is the primary and secondary adhyasas that we are looking at. I'll tell you in the adhyasa whole thing, because we are saying that the srishti, the creation itself is adhyasa, superimposition. You must understand it correctly also. And because of this, the whole in the beginning of the Brahma Sutra, Bhagavan Shankaracharya has given adhyasa. On adhyasa, he has written a chapter on that. He says it is like the light and the darkness. It's like the light and darkness, they cannot be together. Same way, Atma and the body cannot be together. They are totally diametrically opposite by nature. Light and darkness. If there is a light, darkness cannot stay there. If there is darkness, you cannot say that is light. So diametrically opposite nature of Atma and the body, or even the Sanghata, that the assembly of bodies, that is, the natures are totally different, but they cannot be together. But we are putting them together. We are means it is happening. And this incidence is taking place because of the phenomenon called adhyasa or superimposition. As I told you, one is taking the guna of other, the other is taking the guna of this one. The Atma is taking the guna of the body, body is taking the guna of the Atma. They are living together. And you cannot separate them because they are Adi, Ajñänta. That means from the beginning till the end, that adhyasa will remain. From the time you have taken birth till the time you go to the funeral fire. The whole period that adhyasa continues. So because of the adhyasa, you have something called, because of the adhyasa, you have kartrtva bhava, bhaktutva bhava, etc. So you think that you are doing this, but Atma is nirguna nirakara. It cannot do anything. I mean, as you study the Shastras more and more, we'll also have a better understanding of this adhyasa. Okay. So with this we complete. I gave a little more because there's things are going on in the verses. So I gave a little more description. So I hope that will help you to understand. Now we'll go to Shloka number 23. Ragecha sukha dukkadi
दुःखादि
buddho sattvam pravartate
सत्यं प्रवर्तते
susupto nasti sarnase
सुसुप्तो नास्ति सन्नासे
tasmat buddhestu natmanah
तस्मात् बुद्धिस्तु नाम
ragecha sukha dukkadi
दुःखादि
buddho satyam pravartate
सत्यं प्रवर्तते
susupto nasti sarnase tasmat buddhestu natmanah
तस्मात् बुद्धिस्तु नात्मनः
ragecha, raga ichha. Ragecha means raga ichha. Sukha dukkha adi. Buddho means in buddhi, satyam pravartate. Means in buddhi this happens. Susupto nasti sarnase. Susupto means in susupti, in the deep sleep state. Nasti, no asti. It is not there. Sarnase, satnase. That because of the nasa of what? Because that is not there. Because our monobuddhi is not there in susupti. So raga, sukha, dukkha, etc. are not there. In susupti, all these things are not there. Because our monobuddhi are not there. Tasmat buddhestu natmana. Therefore, all these things are in buddhi, not atmana, not in the atma. Raga means what? Not anger. Raga is not anger. Raga means attachment. Raga means attachment. Attachment, desire, pleasure, pain, etc. are perceived to exist only as long as the mind and intellect function. As long as the mind and intellect are functioning, all these things you can feel. The moment mind and intellect become dormant, it's not there, like in the time of susupti, in the time of deep sleeps, mana, buddhi, etc. are not there. The mind ceases to exist that time. Therefore, this raga, dvesa, etc. belongs to the mind and buddhi and not to Atma. Okay. Previously, we saw that how it is superimposed. But now it is, logically it is being proved that these attributes do not belong to Atma, but it belongs to Mana, Buddhi, etc. When I'm sure you are able to know the logical conclusion of this. Raga means what? Attachment. And Ichha is desire. What is the difference between the two? Ichha is what you desire. What you don't have, you desire to have it. अप्राप्त विषय काम, जो नहीं है उसको मिलने का है, इसको इच्छा बोलते हैं. Whereas raga is prapta visaya kama. You have it, but I want to keep it. This is mine. I want to keep it. I get attached to it. Some people keep on things. They, whole life they finish. Most of the time they start collecting things. So many things they acquire through their desires. But a time comes when the desire reduces a little bit, but the attachment continues. Oh, I have taken so much of trouble in buying this or keeping this, and now you have to take care of it. You have to preserve this. This is called preservation, acquisition and preservation. Okay. So raga in ichha, these both of them are prompters of action. Raga hota hai, ichha hota hai, the desire hota hai. So you do some action to gain. And when attachment is there, also you will be prompted to do some action. How I will preserve it, I will keep it, and I have to look after, so difficult to buy a house, but somebody else is taking over, a legal action. All this is taking place. Where you have to go to the court or something you will do. No? So all these actions are taking place because of you require preservation of that. So these both, raga and ichha, are prompters of action. They make you do action. And result of that is sukha dukkha. You do some action, you like it, it gives you pleasure, it's conducive to your thinking, then you are happy. If the result is not conducive to your thinking, then you are unhappy. But who is deciding that result? You are not deciding. The result is not in your hands. So you become happy or unhappy because of this raga and ichha. So very nicely it is put, ragecha sukha dukkhadi. So all these results of the actions, sukha dukkha adi, that you experience. The bottom line is experiencing. So when you experience, what do you say? I am experiencing. I have done this, and I am the enjoyer of this. I am experiencing. Enjoyer means not actually enjoyment, it's experiencing. Bhokta is bhokta. Bhokta means you are experiencing whatever you are action, the result of action. Then we'll continue in the next class of this beautiful verse, and it will give us some insight on how we can reduce our raga, ichha, sukha, dukkha. With this, we'll conclude and do the